Hi guys, in this video I'm going to take you through an update of what I keep in my camera bag. Okay, first thing, a few of you may have noticed that the bag's now different. I'm no longer using the Low Pro ProRunner 450 AW, in fact I'm selling that. It's not on eBay yet because I don't like using eBay, but I may have to put it on there. Anyway, I'm using now a Think Tank Airport Antidote version 2. Now, a friend of mine and my co-host on New to Photo has done a video about this bag. He's picked one up himself, and so I'll stick that in the description below and on an annotation for you if you want to go and watch a quick unboxing and a review of this particular bag. But we'll get into what I keep inside mine. So in the front pouch there is a laptop case, the pocket there which has got a security lock in, which you could store spare change or other items in, I suppose, if you wanted to. And in this front pouch here there is a laptop case which comes with this bag, and inside of this I actually have, open this up here, a 5-in-1 reflector. Okay, that will also fit inside this pouch if I don't want to take the laptop case as well. And in the very front pouch on this I've got a torch, pens, there's still some documentation in there about this bag because I've not had it that long. I'll keep a few other items in there, business cards and whatnot as well. The cool thing about that, it can be used as a separate laptop case if you want to as well. So we'll take this out of the way now and we can have a look at the rest of it, and that gives me that big pouch to carry lunch in, or a couple of reflectors, a few other bits if I don't want to take the laptop case. So close this up now. Please excuse any noise that you hear during this video. I'm doing this in my living room, so the road's a bit noisy. So we'll open the main compartment. There we go. Now there are a couple of things that aren't inside this bag at the moment because they're in use. If you've looked at the picture that I put up on Twitter or my recent Facebook status within the last couple of hours, then my super clamp and monopod are actually booming the video camera, the Kodak PlayTouch, which is up there, hello, overhead, so we're getting a down view. So my super clamp would normally be in there, as would the Rode stereo microphone. Okay, so we'll open this up, and here we have the main compartment. Now it holds, even though the bag's smaller, it does hold the same amount as my previous bag. It's just smaller in size, more compact, easier to take when you travel, when you're flying, as carry-on, and that's the reason really why I've got it. I'm not convinced the Low Pro is fully carry-on friendly because it's really big and it's got a lot of attachments and tassels. It's an awesome bag for carrying all the gear and hiking long distances with. I won't want to go on a long distance hike with this, but I rarely do that anyway. So, contents of the bag. In the front pocket here, you can see you've got clear pouches. I have attached to the zip a Think Tank memory card pouch with some business cards in there as well. So hopefully, should that go missing, that's why I've got it attached to there, so it won't do. Someone will find the business cards and hopefully contact me and return the memory cards. You would hope. Anyway, and inside this pouch I've got cleaning equipment like lens cloths, spare body cap and lens pen, and a battery cover there at the moment. In the top pouch I've got a business card holder, notepad, that's the eyepiece extender there for the 500D, and I've got a tripod plate as well, cable release and a small torch in there. So it's just a few general items that I would need or use. More things will probably end up in those pouches, no doubt. So the main compartment, and probably the bit that most people are interested in, this I've no doubt will change as my kit changes. I'm due to change my wireless triggers, for example. In this case here, which is a modified sat-nav case, I have my Cactus V4 wireless triggers. I am changing these. I'll do more videos when I do change my triggers and comparing these ones to the new ones, so don't worry about that. But this just keeps everything together and stops them being accidentally turned on and keeps them all together. Okay, I'll stick that under there. I've got a TTL cable, and this is so I can do off-camera flash with TTL if I want to, just to hold this whilst I hold the camera with one hand. It's for run and gun stuff or doing with events. I will be getting a longer one of these cords as well for running down to the floor and up a light stand also. Not for using TTL per se, but for using high speed sync. I've got some spare batteries for the speed lights. I use Sanyo Eneloops because they're great batteries, reasonable price, last long, and the charge holds really well on those. I've got some small AA batteries there for like the wireless triggers. I have got some Eneloops that I've replaced them with, because obviously rechargeable batteries make more sense. But they've got some life in them still, and that one's from a light meter which currently isn't in the bag. I rarely use it. That's in that pouch. In the next one we'll have a look. We've got my lights, or speed lights. These are Roscoe gel packs, these correction gels for dealing with tungsten lights. There's green gels for dealing with that. For fluorescent lights, there's green gels plus greens. Half CTO, full CTOs, and they're my effects gels, so colour gels. Again, in some think tank memory pockets, which I've cut the stitches out of to modify to take the gels. Okay, there we go. I've actually done a DIY gel holder, which I will link in the annotation and the description below. I think that's on New to Photo. That's there. Bungee cords. These things are awesome for attaching stuff to your bag, light stands, tripods. Although you get straps with this bag to attach a tripod to it. But if you want to sling a load of stuff onto the side of the bag, those things are quite handy. Or maybe you hold a speed light to some kind of a pole or a fence. You could use a Gorilla Pod, which I do have, that's not in the bag. Some more Eneloop batteries. There we go. My first two speed lights are the YN460s. They're okay. I'm changing these things out because they're a little bit inconsistent at certain points in the power range, and that one's a lot slower to recycle than that one. So I will be changing those. There's those two lights there. Okay, stick those back in. My main light that I use is a Canon 430 EX2, which is in there. I have stuck labels on all my stuff, which you may think is a bit sad, but at least because if people find it, if I've misplaced it, or it ends up in somebody else's bag, if I do a group meetup or run a workshop or something, then at least they know it's mine, and hopefully it will find its way back to me. It costs too much to lose, so I'll do that with all my gear really. Okay, and in this pouch here, before we get to the main stuff, that's the foot for the speed lights. I've got one umbrella bracket there. I do need to get another one of these because one of them that I got from Calumet was absolute crap and the threads have gone. So I need to replace that. Oh, in the bottom of this pouch here, I've got a silica pack. I recommend keeping a couple of these in your camera bag to keep moisture from building up. There we go. Stick that back in there. Now I know this is a lot of stuff. The bag does weigh a fair bit. It's lighter than the other bag in itself. But I don't necessarily take all this lot every single time. It just lives in here, so it's all safe. We'll go to the lens compartments. In this one, that's the 18-55 kit lens. This cover is just a diffuser which goes over your speed lights. It just helps to soften the edges a little bit. It doesn't make it a soft light or anything really, and it makes a handy little case as well for lenses. So it looks like a shower cap. And there I've got the, oh come here, I like things snug in the bag, that's why it's difficult to get out. The Canon EF 85 f1.8. This is an awesome lens. It doesn't have IS, so you've got to be really careful, really steady when you're using this lens because it's quite a long focal length. On the crop sensors, with the 1.6 times crop, it is a 136mm effective field of view. It's not 136 millimeters optically, it's still 85, but it gives me a bit more compression than the next lens here, which is the 50 f1.8, the nifty 50. Awesome little lens. I won't ever get rid of this or replace it until I drop it and it breaks into a million pieces, which I'm sure it would. It's plastic, or it fails and I need to replace it, in which case I'll go to the 1.4 for the better construction. Down underneath the 50mm are some Sanyo Eneloops AAAs for the wireless triggers, so I'm set for the new wireless triggers as well when I get those. A lens cloth. I actually use that lens cloth for cleaning the body and the screen. Never use the same lens cloth for cleaning the screen, your nose grease or whatever gets on there, on the back of your camera that you would use for your lenses. Use different ones. There we go. We've got my main body now, which is the Canon 60D. Okay, and currently fitted to that is the Canon EF 35 f2 lens, 35mm f2, which gives a 56mm field of view. Love this lens. It's not been off the camera since I've got it. Great little lens. The reason why I went for that over, say, the Sigma 31.4 or other lenses that are out there is that will work on a full frame camera when I go to full frame. So that's great. It's a great little lens. There we go. There's another little lens cloth in there. I keep business cards as well in the bag in various places. There's a couple in the pouches in this bag, and I'll lay them in the compartment, so if someone does come across the bag, hopefully they're going to find one of these if they go routing, and hopefully contact me to return my gear and not steal it. The 60D currently has a battery grip, the BGE9 battery grip on it, with two LPE6 batteries, Canon batteries in there. I don't recommend using third-party batteries because invariably they are crap. Now, there we go. Stick that back in there. And a rocket blower, incidentally, which I'm not going to be able to carry with me when I fly because the TSA now deem these a dangerous item or a potential bomb-like item. Go figure. It blows hot air at things for cleaning your camera bodies. That's the TSA. It's getting ridiculous, all the rules these days. But rocket blower, I'll probably just pick up another one up wherever I land and wherever I fly to, because they're relatively cheap. But never use that to clean the sensor of your camera. Remember, there are other items to use for that. That's just generally for cleaning lenses and around your camera body. I always carry these two. There's another sill at the back in there. Two grids for the speed lights. That's a 1/8 grid and a 1/4 grid. So we're looking, I think, a 20 degree and a 30 degree equivalent grids there for the speed lights, made by Optica. I did do a video on these on my channel. £12 I think they were each, compared to the Hoddle ones, which are £25 for the grids plus £8 for the strap. £12 and you get the straps with them. So that's why I went for those. So I always keep these things with me. They're handy for the current project that I'm doing, hard light as well. And in this little pouch, I would normally keep the Kodak, where are we? Up there, Kodak Play Touch in this, with a spare SD card for it, 8GB card, and the wide angle lens for it as well. It's not currently on there. There we go. So I mean, it's kind of my second video camera when I'm running external audio like I'm doing now, because the 500D doesn't take external audio, and if I'm doing a video about the 60D, I'm kind of knackered. That's why I've got the Play Touch. And here it is, the camera you all know so well, and I've seen many times before, at least the back and the front of the camera, is the Canon 500D. This is now my backup body. I've not gotten rid of it. I may end up getting rid of it and replacing it with another 60D at some point, or possibly a full frame body. I've not decided yet. I will be finishing off the videos on this camera as well, so don't worry about that. There's another 6 videos I've got planned to finish off the series before I move on to doing work on the Canon 60D. Now, there we go. And in here as well, there's nothing hiding, is another LPE6 battery. So there's a third battery for the Canon 60D as well. My co-host over at New to Photo, Mark, he's got a Canon 7D which uses the same battery. The 5D Mark II and the 5D Mark III uses this same battery as well. So whichever camera body I go to next, be it another 60D, 7, 5D 2 or 3, we're using the same batteries. So that's awesome. And we'll stick that one in there. I've got 2 batteries in the battery grip for the 500D as well. Okay, and that's in there, the BGE5 battery grip on the 500D. And in this pocket is another umbrella bracket. This one you need to put a spigot in top of there and clamp it down, and then you need to stick a cold shoe on top of there. I like this one because you can pull the handle on this and adjust it quite easily. I've got an ongoing injury with my right thumb, so sometimes these other ones are a little bit difficult to deal with. The knobs are a little bigger on this one, so I prefer that. I've got a multi-tool. Okay, I need to replace this, it's a bit of a cheap one, but with pliers, knife, scissors and whatnot on there, just handy for cutting things if you need to. Stick that in there. Inside this little diffuser for the speed lights, I've got spigots for adapting the end of a monopod to boom a camera like you guys are boomed right now. A Frio for holding a speed light on a spigot. A nice little cheap adapter, and holds it nice and secure as well, so if you forget to lock the flash down with the lock that's built into the flash, it's still not going to fall off because it clips and clamps onto place there. There we go. So that's pretty much the majority of the contents. Like I say, there are a few things that aren't in here at the moment, like there's the Kodak Play Touch and the super clamp and the microphone, But that's pretty much it. That's all the kit that I've got at the moment. I've got modifiers and light stands and stuff like that, which obviously doesn't fit in here. And that's just everything inside my camera bag. Hopefully that's been of interest to some of you. If you've got any questions or would like any further information, reviews or videos on any particular item, then do let me know below in the comments or chuck me an email and I will see what I can get sorted out. Like I say, go and watch that video that Mark did on this particular bag if you're interested in it. Let me know if you're interested in purchasing my Low Pro 450 AW. It is a big bag, but it holds a lot, so if you're doing work on stills and video combined, carrying extra microphones and other things, it may well suit your needs. If you go hiking a lot, it may also suit your needs there if you need to take a lot of kit on location. Depends, of course, what work that you do. But so far I've been happy with this one, really happy with the 60D. I have recorded a video on why I went for the 60D. I'm going to redo it because it came out a bit crap, and then I'll be starting a series of tutorials that I've been asked to do for the Canon 60D shortly, but I want to finish off the ones for the 500D first. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I don't know why I keep looking at the camera because you can't see me looking at the camera now. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to New to Photo, or NTP Advanced should I say. Go and check out the site newtophoto.com. Have a look at my website now. My galleries have been updated also, rjbradbury.com. It's still in the works, my website, because the platform I run's being updated, so it will change again. But the galleries are pretty much as they're going to be for the next 6 months now anyway. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next video.